Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. We are in a different scenery for this video. I'm in my living room because it is getting kind of late. Like, the sun's still out, but the library doesn't have very good lighting. So I'm trying it out here for right now just to film the intro. The rest of the videos I should be back in there. But in this video, I will be reading the Lakefront Billionaires series by Lauren Asher. Woo! I am so excited for these. I'm mainly excited for this one specifically. Like, this is the reason I picked up this book. But this is book 2, so she's gonna go down over there. We're gonna start with this one. If you're wondering why for the last like 3 videos, and this one and the last 2 I'm in the same shirt, it's because I've filmed them back to back to back. I filmed my October wrap-up yesterday. Today is Wednesday, so yesterday was Tuesday. And then today I filmed my November TBR. And now I am really excited to start these books, so I'm going to start them a little bit early, and that's why I'm filming the intro for this video the same day that I edited my November TBR. So we are just hopping right into November, even though there's technically 2 more days of October. We're getting right into November's TBR. We're going to start here with Love Redesigned. We've got Julian and we have Dahlia. And that's about it. That's all I know, because like I said, I specifically wanted to read book 2, but I didn't think that was fair to skip over book 1 and go straight to book 2. So we're going to start here. I don't know much about it other than architecture, because, you know, there's architecture on the cover. So that's all I got for now. But yeah, tomorrow sometime I will probably film an update on how far I got, because these are kind of big books. Let's see how big is big. Let's see how long the book is without spoiling myself. Is this going to have a double epilogue? Ooh, it doesn't. 514. And it is also actually on Kindle Unlimited, but I think I am going to read this one. Amelia, my 3rd cat. You guys got to see Abby and Clara in my November TBR video. Now I've got Amelia, the 3rd one over there, Hurricane Havoc. But yeah, this is pretty thick, and I know if I switched it on my Kindle, I could, you know, blow up the font and probably fly through it. But I'm liking the floppiness that this book is, so I'm going to probably start it on as a physical book, and we'll go from there. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow to talk about how far I got tonight. Bye! Record. Hi, welcome. This is today's update. It is Halloween. I think that's a Thursday. My hair is a hot mess because I just got out of the shower, so it's drying and it looks absolutely atrocious. But you don't get to control your hair when it comes out of the shower. At least not me. It's just gonna do its thing. Anyways, I'm here to give an update for Love Redesigned. I did start it last night, but I didn't get, as you can see, I'm not terribly far in it, because last night I was super excited for the Epic the Musical live stream for the new saga, the Vengeance Saga. So I was just, like, I was excited to read, but by the time I, like, decided to start reading, it was really close to the time that was going to start. So I didn't get terribly far. And then I had to run errands today, and I had maintenance and needed a shower and all this crap, all this stuff today. So I also haven't read too much today. I'm on page 94, 95. I am liking it so far. We're starting to pick up plot-wise. We're starting, like, the main couple's purpose is now in place. The main girl finally has the project that she's going to be working on with the main guy, so Julian and Dahlia. They're going to be working on on flipping a house together. So we've established what that house is, and we're about to start with that. So in my opinion, the first 100 pages of almost every single book in the past couple of years is just really slow and a drag. But once you hit that, because that's usually your setup, you're learning your characters, you're learning what the plot's going to be and all that jazz. We're through that now, pretty much, almost there. So we've got some established background for the couple. They kind of had a thing in the past where, like, she liked him and he liked her, but when she confessed, he had, like, a major life event happen, and so he was like, sorry, I can't reciprocate your feelings, I can't do that right now. So they kind of split for a long time, but now she's back. because she had a major life event happen. And yeah, so we're going to see them rekindle an old flame and fall in love with each other. They're rivals, so I guess it's like enemies to lovers, but really they're like rivals. In my opinion, I consider enemies like mafia and fantasy. So this is a rivals to lover kind of thing. But I'm very excited to see them work together and flip this house. So we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow, I will give another update. Hopefully, I'm a lot farther than I am right now. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Kayla. Today is Saturday. I feel like the last time I updated was Thursday because yesterday on Friday I didn't read a lot. I was really tired and I had a really long day, so I didn't really read very much. So that's why I'm doing it today. And two things. One, it's dark. I usually film during the day, and it's because I once again had a very busy day. And two, I'm in my living room. Because lighting out here is nicer. If I were to film, oh, bye Clara. There goes my cat. If I were to film in the library right now, I would be orange. Which I'm partially orange, but like everything, the whole room would be orange because that's just the kind of light that's in there. And I wasn't feeling orange in this moment. Like, you know, I've got my accents, I've got my orange, but I didn't want to be orange, I didn't want the wall to be orange, just there had been a lot of orange yellow going on. I didn't want it. So here we are in the living room. I have read a decent amount today, so now I actually have something to talk about. I know in my previous update I had read a lot, so I didn't have a lot to say, but I'm on 260. Yeah, page 260. I'd like to think that means I'm halfway through. Probably more than halfway through. Ooh, we're doing good things. We're doing good things. We've got the one bedroom trope where they had to share a hotel room. They were totally set up by their friend. Well, they first were set up by Julian's mom to go out to Detroit, just the two of them to begin with, at night, where they would have to stay in a hotel for the night. And then Julian's assistant, Julian called him to ask him to get them rooms, hotel rooms for the night, and that person only booked them one room. So they had to share a room. And they have just decided that they are going to be, well, what would I even call it? Friends with benefits, kind of. They're going to be mutually exclusive with each other, but they're not, like, in a relationship, so they're not going to be, like, out in the open with people. They essentially just want to have a bedroom relationship together. But they're going to be exclusive with just each other. So, yeah, obviously that is going to lead to feelings of the heart. So I'm very excited to see where we go from there. And to see them, you know, fall more in love with each other, because it starts with physical attraction and then the emotions are going to come later. I mean, they're already there, but they're going to like, the physical affection's going to root it in, and then the feelings are going to grow out like a tree. Like my metaphor there, people? Boom. Yeah, so that's where we be. Ideally, I'm going to read some more tonight. It's, what time is it for me? 8:28. Okay. I am planning on staying up late because the past couple of nights I was super tired, so I went to bed early. And today is Saturday, but it is my Friday. I'm off the next 2 days, so I'm going to be staying up late to read some more. So that hopefully I can finish this tomorrow, give an update talking about my final thoughts. Then hopefully after I finish this, tomorrow I'll get to start book 2. So that'll be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. Hi! It is Monday. I did not record yesterday because I didn't want to record an update until I finished Love Redesigned, and it did take me till, it wasn't bad. I think I finished at like 7 p.m., but it was really dark, and I really don't have good lighting in my house. So I was like, you know what, we'll just wait till tomorrow. So I did finish Love Redesigned. I'm pretty sure I gave it a 5-star. I had so much fun with this book. And I liked Julian and Dahlia working through their issues, chit-chatting with each other, rekindling the flame that they had when they were younger and they were in college. And that was super fun to watch them and have them but also have the rivalry. So they played pranks against each other. So she's really scared of spiders. So Julian, got together with his cousin and they created this whole thing because they're renovating a house that she thinks is haunted. So Julian had his cousin help do some little effect tricks in the house to make it seem like there was a ghost, and then he disappeared and she had to go find him, and they hid a giant spider in the attic to scare her, and it was so funny. And so as revenge, she and her sister created a prank to get Julian, fake arrested and drove into his mom's house in a police car with the sirens out loud. It would have been super embarrassing, but that didn't happen. Because that cop ended up getting sent on an assignment when he was supposed to be doing that, and instead the mean cop showed up and they got in actual trouble for doing some indecency in a car. But, just stuff like that was so fun. Something I thought was very weird though, I took a photo of it. Here, let's see if I can pull it up. Because when you read books, sometimes grammatical mistakes, spelling, whatever, those things kind of show up. But the weirdest thing happened. So hold on, let me try to get a better zoom in. So I'll try in editing to highlight exactly where, but a paragraph of 2 sentences was repeated twice. And I'm pretty sure that was not meant to be. And so I thought that was so funny. That was such a big ooh, I kicked the camera. That was such a big grammatical hiccup. I thought that was crazy. Hold on, let me water. Anyway, I thought that was hilarious when I found that. I was like, wow, that's so cool. But yeah, I thought they were super cute. And I liked how, so Julian went through a big traumatical thing. And he pushed Dahlia away. And then Dahlia went through a big traumatical thing for herself, and she started to push Julian away. But because of her experience with when Julian did it, she realized that it's rude to do what Julian did, which is to deny them being able to be together and having feelings and shutting him out. And instead she was like, you know what, I'm not going to do that in that way. She still tried to distance herself, but she didn't just cut him cold turkey and dip. Which I thought that was so great. I loved that she used her past experience to be better in the future when she was in her own similar predicament. So I thought that was super great. And yeah, 5 stars. I loved that. That was such a good book. Honestly, I really like Lauren Asher. She's so good because I've read her F1 racing books. I don't remember what the series as a whole is called. I've got all 4 of them over there. I read all of them. And then her Billionaires series. I have read the first 2, but I hadn't read the 3rd one yet. Oh my gosh, I don't know what that sound was. I liked the first book was okay. I think I liked the second book more, but I still kind of felt iffy. So when the third book came out, I kind of waited because I felt like if I had read it after reading those two, I might not have given it a fair shot because I was coming off of the other two feeling kind of meh. So I've been waiting and holding out to read that one. But she's a really great author. I really do like her. And yeah, so now we're moving on. I did start this a tiny bit last night, and then I've read a little bit this morning of book 2, Love Unwritten, which is the reason I even started this series, because this is about a single dad and the nanny. And I love that. I love that for me. So yeah, I just started this one. I am actually going to read it on my Kindle. Boom, here she be. Yes, she still has Halloween stickers on, even though we're past Halloween. Oh, one of my stickers fell. It's because it's Halloween all the time for me. But I'm hoping to buy in the next week. It's a cover. So it's essentially like a piece of paper with designs that look like stickers already on it that people sell online. And then you just kind of put it in your case and then pop your Kindle over and it looks like you have a designed back of your Kindle. I'm going to buy one of those soon. So these stickers are going to hold out for like a week or so. But yeah, I'm reading this. Even though I have a physical copy, I'm going to read it on the Kindle. 1, I do tend to read a little bit faster on the Kindle. And 2, I bought some Kindle accessories. I finally bought one of those like bendable metal stands that you clip on to stuff. And then you can hook your Kindle in it. And then I got a clicker because there was a clicker on sale for really cheap on Amazon. So those are supposed to come in today. So I'm in here in the library chilling. And I'm going to read on my Kindle. So that way when that stuff comes in, hook up to the Kindle. And I'll have my new Kindle accessories and get nice and comfy and cuddle. Especially because I've been wanting to cuddle with this guy here, my Jack Skeleton. He's a weighted plush. You can hear the beans. He is. He's got a lot going for him. And I love to cuddle him, but I mean, cuddling, holding a book, and it's doable, but it's not easy. So, now with my new Kindle setup, I'll be able to do that. So yeah, like I said, I'm still pretty early in it, so I don't have too strong of an opinion yet, other than I like it. Let's see, so our names are, our main dude is Raphael, yeah, and our girl is Ellie, and Raphael's son is Nico. Nico has a eye condition where he slowly is losing his eyesight, and he's eventually going to go blind, and as of right now, it's gotten worse, and he's 8, so he's very frustrated about it, and he's old enough to comprehend it. You know, he's able to understand his feelings about it. So he's having a rough time and it's hard. And he doesn't want his dad, who's already gone through enough of his divorce and whatnot, and, you know, getting this news. So Nico doesn't want his dad to worry and get more upset. So he's only really been confiding in the nanny, Ellie. But that has now become a problem because Nico hadn't told his dad yet that his vision was getting bad. But he told Ellie and made Ellie swear that she wouldn't say anything until like the following weekend after his birthday. But he fell in the dark because he couldn't see very well. And he got hurt really bad and that's how Raphael found out that not only is his vision bad, but that Ellie knew. So he just fired her. But we're still so early in the book, there's no way she's going to stay fired. So I'm very excited how she's going to come back into the groove, and obviously she's going to try to help fix Nico and Raphael's relationship, and I'm excited. I'm excited for what is to come. She is big though. She is so big. I feel like you keep getting stuck to each other and I don't get it. It's like 612. It's 612 pages. Oh, it's because it's got an extended epilogue. 607 without it. I don't always read extended epilogues. I usually read epilogues. Which, in my opinion, romance books don't need to be that big. So, I'm nervous. Because usually when a romance book is that big, that usually means there's certain sections of the book that's just going to lag. And it's going to drag and it's not going to be fun. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm having a blast. And I will probably not check in anymore today. But I should check in tomorrow with how far I've got. So, see you then. Hi, it's Kayla. Welcome to the last update. Today is Tuesday, November 5th. And I just finished Love Unwritten. Here she be. I did read her on my Kindle, but obviously I've got a physical copy of it here, so we're just going to hold it up here. I love this book. I love this book so much that I read it in like 2 days. And she's thick. She is super, super thick. But yeah. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna start with book 1. Boom. Love Redesigned. Give her a rating over there. This follows Julian and Dahlia. They are childhood rivals. So I guess it's like friends to, or enemies to lovers, but it's more like rivals to lovers. Julian has like a architecture company, and Dahlia has an interior designing company, and Julian and her and Dahlia had like a thing when they were in college, but then Julian's dad died and his whole world spiraled. He had to take care of his mom, he had to take care of the family business, and because of that he pushed Dahlia away, and they never got their chance to be together. Well, then Dahlia got married, or almost got married, to Julian's college roommate, Oliver. But Oliver is a douche. He's a douche nozzle. And he essentially made her sign a prenup. And in part of the prenup was that she had to get a medical testing done. And she found out that she has a high chance of passing on some not great genes. If she had a kid, they would have a high chance of having something wrong with him. So she essentially deems that as she doesn't want to have children the natural way. She has no problems with adopting. She just doesn't want to have any children biologically, and that bothered Oliver. So he cut that engagement and kicked her to the curb. So she goes back home, and ends up with Julian, and they work on a founder's house in their town, one of the founders' houses. They work on rebuilding it and designing it together. And it's so cute. And I know I never talked about it earlier when I was talking about the book, because it happened more towards the end. But Julian built a gazebo in the back of their house that looks just like the original founder, Gerald, who built the house. He planned to make a gazebo for the love of his life, but never got to because he passed away. And so Julian built a gazebo for Dahlia that looks exactly like what Gerald wanted to build, except instead of roses, like originally were going to be put in it, he put, did he put dahlias? Because I think dahlia is a flower. He put, I believe it was dahlias, flowers in it instead. And it was super cute. It was super cute. So I thought that was just really fun. I want to make sure I mentioned that in this video. Yeah, this book was a 5 out of 5. Yep, it's out of 5. Why was I going to say out of 10? Because that's silly. I loved this very much. I love how real it is. I love how the characters, it's for the whole series is like this. How the characters go through real life trauma and how that trauma can affect their relationships in the future, I think is really natural and very normal, and it's not like weirdly outlandish, which there's nothing wrong with that either, because sometimes those are fun, but like this just feels like more realistically how a relationship with past traumas and how one would take those traumas into the next relationship, but then you can choose whether you want to keep behaving poorly or you can become better and change. So that was this book. Whew. And then book 2, Love Unwritten, we have Raphael and Ellie. Raphael is, he runs an app. He got super, super popular on an app. Like, he created an app that blew up, and it has, yeah, but he, in high school, he was dating a girl who just wanted him for money, and she baby trapped him pretty much, and they were forced to get married, and he thought that he loved her and thought that she loved him, but she did not. She just wanted money, and she ended up falling in love with somebody else while they were together, like while they were married, and she eventually divorced him. But sadly, Raphael did not think she was as bad of a person as she was, so he did not start a prenup, especially because she had more money than him at the time of their marriage, but he had more afterwards. So the prenup allowed her to get pretty much like half of everything he owns plus like an alimony, all like continuously. She's getting a bunch of money from him, and also in child support. And she's a trash mom because she never comes to see their kid, Nico, ever. She, like, I wouldn't say never. She shows up every now and again, but she's always canceling. She just wants the money. She doesn't actually care about her son, and it's absolute trash because Nico's 8, their son, and he's old enough to comprehend that. He understands, and so watching him be upset about that just hits me in the feels. And then we have Ellie. She grew up in the town, Lake Wisteria, and when she hit like early 20s, she moved to LA with her 2 friends to try to make it big in the music industry, and her friend was a singer and she was a songwriter, and her friend got picked up by a record label, but her friend threw her under the bus and stole all of her music and said that she wrote it and didn't give her friend any credit. And so Ellie, for a very long time, just had to watch her ex-best friend travel the world and win all these awards for the music that she wrote and got no credit. But thankfully, Raphael later pushes her to sue Ava, which is her ex-best friend, and get not only the money, what she was owed for all of the royalties for the songs, but to get her to stop and get her in trouble. So I love that. I love how that went. I also like how Raphael had a really hard time trusting people because he had really bad parents growing up, and then he had a really crappy wife, and so he essentially swore off. First off, he swore off having more children because his son has an eye disease where it progressively gets worse, and he will more than likely go blind at some point in his young adult life. So he got a vasectomy because he was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't wish that upon my children in the future if I have more. So he's like, I'm not going to have any more children. And he's like, I also don't want to get married because I don't know if I could put myself out there again like that. Which, it's understandable. But then he meets Ellie, and I like watching him fall in love with her and become friends with her and learn to trust in another person again. And how at first he was still hell-bent on, like, I'm not going to get married, I'm not going to have more children, like, no matter what, like, I'm not adopting or anything, I don't want more children. And then Ellie, but, like, those are things that Ellie really wanted in life, but essentially they both came to a compromise, and she's like, I love you, and I would like to get married and have kids one day, but I also know that, she's like, Raphael, I know you need time to heal and learn how to trust in another person again. So she's like, so I have no problems waiting for you. And because she was willing to wait, he was like, I'm willing to put in the effort to learn to trust again so that we could eventually one day get engaged and have children together. And so at the very end of the book, they did get engaged, and they did get, I don't think they're actually engaged, but they're like joking about it, like that it's coming up in the future. So that was super cute, and I liked how they compromised with each other, and neither of them had to completely sacrifice for the other, and it felt like naturally coming to the conclusion that they wanted it themselves and not that they had to give it to the other. So I thought that was super sweet, and I love that. So here she is, 5 stars. My only complaint is that this book is too long. It is. Even though I gave it a 5-star, and I highly recommend it, and I definitely think it should be checked, like, people should check this out, it didn't need to be 614 pages. It really it didn't, especially there at the end. It was dragging, not enough to dock a star, because overall it was still a really great book, but it didn't need to be this long. It really didn't. So that would be my only complaint, is how long it is. But yeah, that was the Lakefront Billionaires series. I hope you guys check these out. I do believe there's a 3rd one supposed to be coming out in the foreseeable future. And I think, because usually how it works in books where there's each one's a different couple, is the next couple is always hinted at. Like, this one would always talk about Raphael and Ellie. This one talked about Lorenzo and Dahlia's sister Lily. So I will definitely be intrigued. That's a fake marriage. scenario. So that will be a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will join me in my library again next time. And please subscribe. Bye!